Hey, how's it going, everybody? This is Tyler with the Budget Marksman, and today we're going to go over the SKS. I've had it for a little bit, and it's become one of my favorite rifles. So I'll show you a little bit about this one. This is actually a Type 56 SKS made in China that I picked up. It's actually an all numbers matching, um, but it was made in 1973, imported by Noriko, and these things are awesome. They are really, really awesome. I was pleasantly surprised with how accurate it was and how fun it was to shoot. I'm almost considering selling my AR lower that I've built and just buying some more ammo for this thing and maybe a couple other accessories. But a little bit more about it. It's semi-automatic, has a 10-round integral box magazine. You can remove them and put some 20 or 30 round magazines in them, but I've seen some videos where the reliability on them isn't as great, so I wouldn't necessarily suggest it. And 10 rounds for this is plenty. It's easy to have a lot of fun, and if you have some stripper clips, you can do some pretty fast reloads with them, especially if you practice. Anyway, you can see the stock's a little beat up. This isn't, you know, the nicest, cleanest SKS out there, but it is a good shooter. The bayonet lug and cleaning rod kind of circle thing have been cut off. The blue end's almost all the way gone off the top part of the barrel and gas tube, but this thing functions great. I actually had to clean all the cosmoline out of it. Somebody had been shooting it for years, and it still had cosmoline in it, and it was disgusting. You know, caked on cosmoline, like that had been, you know, had gotten hot and fired and stuff like that. It was no bueno. And then this thing, not a fan of this. I definitely would not get a one of the dust covers with the rail on it because they suck. It has a little hole through it so you can see the sights until you adjust it past like 300 yards, and then the leaf sight's too high to see it through the little hole in this thing. And let's be real, this is not the sturdiest mount for a scope. It's not going to hold center. So I wouldn't bother with this. I'm going to be getting a new one here soon. So just a little heads up, don't buy one. My impressions of it, it shot great. I've shot M4s and M16s for years, and you know, the AR-15s, but this it's amazing. I was pleasantly surprised, like very pleasantly surprised. So it's a gas piston operated system, and it does have a last round bolt hold open, and you can either stick your thumb down in there and do it like this, or you can just drop the magazine and drop the bolt like that. Once you lube them up and stuff like that, they cycle great. Like I said, before I went and shot it, I took it down and cleaned it all the way. Got all of the carbon out of the gas tube and the little rings on the piston and stuff like that, and it functioned flawlessly. It didn't even have a hiccup. And I hit a Coke bottle. I was in the kneeling position, and I'm not that great from the kneeling, but a glass Coke bottle at 150 yards on the 6th shot, and that was me. That wasn't the rifle, because I stepped it out to 250 yards and shot at a mason jar that was, trying to think of something to compare it to. It was a larger than normal mason jar, maybe twice as tall and a little bit wider. 250 yards from the sitting, I got a second round impact with this rifle, and I think it's very capable of repeating that over and over and over. The first round that missed just went maybe an inch or two above it. So I was very impressed with this, and the ammo was Wolf. Just Wolf steel case, full metal jacket, 7.62 by 39. You can get it for $8 for a box of 20. Probably cheaper if you buy it in bulk and stuff like that. These rifles are amazing. I would highly suggest somebody to go get one. I got it for $300 at a gun show, and I'll probably never get rid of this rifle. I don't know exactly what I'm going to do to it yet, but we're definitely going to mess around with the trigger and try and improve the trigger a little bit. Maybe mess around with some of these other magazines. and different stock. I'm definitely going to replace this. But I want to try and take this gun to a 3-gun match, get a bandolier, some stripper clips, and a lot of 7.62, and try and practice my stripper clip speed reloads, because I have a feeling it'll be very interesting. But the sights are on this. It goes from it's a leaf sight, measured in meters, goes from 100 meters to 1,000, and they're on. I adjusted them when I was shooting at different distances, and every distance it was on. I guess I got lucky because the windage is on too. So I'm trying to think of anything else to cover. This is the safety. Up is on safe, down is off safe, and it just blocks the trigger, so the trigger can't move. It doesn't necessarily lock up the firing system or anything like that, but just blocks that trigger, and it's a robust system, so you don't really have to worry about it too much. We'll go over takedown and cleaning in another video. I just wanted to show you a little bit about it, and share my find for $300, and you can find some cheaper. This is a hell of a rifle to have, to go plinking, go hunting with, anything you can imagine for a $300 rifle. This thing can do it all. Home defense, for all you preppers out there, it's a hell of a rifle. So stay tuned. Please like, subscribe, and leave comments. I love feedback, and y'all have a nice day, because I'm about to go shoot.